Alright. Here are the requirements for the drawing. So when you get into doing the floor layout, I want these for everybody to be the same. And what I'm going to do is also show you how to create a logo. But for this video right now, here are the requirements for the floor plan. 6-inch thick interior walls, 5-inch thick interior walls, so that's 6-inch thick exterior, 5-inch interior. Windows are 36 inches long. Doorways will all be 2 feet. Tables, 6 feet, square feet, I'm sorry. I want dimensions on everything. I want hatches on the walls and the floors. And I want text to identify every room. So there also has to be a checkout counter, which is up to you how big you make that. There also has to be restrooms. So now into the nuts and bolts of the dining room. So there must be a limit. I'm sorry, let me reword that. You must design your restaurant within 5,000 square feet. No more, no less. If you don't know how to do that, see the video that I have attached. Here are also my requirements. 60% of the square footage has to be dedicated to dining. And included in that dining is the counter where you pay, and also the refreshment rooms, or as most people call them, restrooms. Okay? 40% of the square footage has to be dedicated to the kitchen. This is where you'll add sinks, storage, shelves, tables, and a serving area. Okay, and then the last part is 2 parts, so 1 and 2 here. This is outside dining. It's up to you how big you make this and how many tables. But the tables must be 6 feet apart. I wonder if I have enough room to write that. Yep, 6 feet apart. Okay, and then part 2 is I want a parking lot, because we're going to make this in Home Styler, and I want you to have everything planned out. Now, how big you make the parking lot is up to you. Just keep it within reason. Okay, now when you're setting out to do this, part 1 would be to read the Word document and take the quiz, the Edpuzzle quiz, take the self-assessment to see if you're ready to go, and look at the essential questions, the objectives, and the learning targets. And then part 2, after you've done all that, is to create a name for your diner. So for my example, mine is going to be Pete's Pickles. And we specialize in coffee. Okay? And number 3 is to make a company logo for your diner. And here is how you do that. I have in the Word document a link to this website, but it is freelogodesign.org, and here we go. I'm going to get started right here. I'm going to type my company name, Pete's Pickles. Here, the category for this would be food and drink, so I'm going to get started. It takes me to a site or a page right here where I can choose a logo. Now, to just keep this short and sweet, I'm going to double-click one of these. And I need to change the name here, so I'm going to double-click the word burger, and I'm going to type Pete's. Pete's? Whoops. And then the shack I need to change to Pickles. If I could spell Pickles. The Pete's Pickles. And I'm going to copy and paste this and just name this store, or diner. So the Pete's Pickles Diner. Now that's kind of lame, but that's all we could afford at Pete's Pickles. And I'm going to add a little logo right there. So I'm going to go to add icon. Nah, let's not do that. Add a logo. I'm going to find a logo from one of these that I want to add. And it's going to be that little coffee cup right there. So I'm going to double click on this. And I'm going to click Pathos because I don't want that. I'm going to delete that. Get rid of the coffee shop. I'm going to delete that as well. And then I'm just going to move the coffee cup up here. And you can scale it if you want. And I'm going to get rid of 1982, which was a year before I was born. And this would be my logo right here. I hope you guys spend a little more time creating a logo than I did just now for the sake of this video. Make sure it looks nice. And it is going to be easy to read. Right now, mine's kind of hard to read down here. So maybe I get rid of Pete's Pickles, and I'll just call it Pete's Diner. That's all we could afford for our name. We had a zippier name, Pete's Pandemonium Palace of Pickles, but we couldn't afford that for our logo, so we had to stick to Pete's Diner. So I'm going to go ahead, and now I'm going to preview this. Now, Mr. Winiarski has a fund where he will actually buy the logo for you, $129. He gets that from the state, or he works extra jobs to earn that for this class. I don't remember which. You can go to him for that, or you can do what I do, which is the free way. So I just access the snipping tool, and I'm going to click New here, and I'm just going to click and drag, and then click Save, and I'm going to take it like that. And then in the floor plan, when you're done, when you're completely done, you're going to identify who created this. So in the lower right hand or left hand corner, you're going to say drawn by, in text, your name. And then somewhere by your name, you're going to put your logo. Now, as I have a tendency to do, I read this from a script, and I may have left a thing or two out, so if that happens to be the case when I go over everything in the end, I will make a part 2 of this video and add it underneath where you found this. So that is the video.